Castle Playhouse. From the stages and studios, producers and playwrights of the world, your hosts, the brewers of Castle Lager, bring you the week's finest radio entertainment, Castle Playhouse.
Foreigner by Justin Shaw. Produced by Olympia Studios in Durban and directed by Henry Diffenthal. Edward Gittam drowns after driving his car over a bridge and subsequently dies. However, he is brought back after a few minutes by paramedics and rushed to hospital, where he falls into a coma for a week. After waking up, he is released to carry on with his normal life, but finds that things will never be normal again. He starts having episodes where everyone in the world, it seems, disappears, and he's left completely alone before being violently shoved back to reality.
Let me tell you about the time I died. For me, it was fast. I had no time to prepare and no power to try and fight it. It was the worst kind of fear I'd ever felt. But it's nothing like what you think. There's no tunnel and no light at the end. It's like nothing physical you've ever seen, and so can't be explained to somebody who's never crossed over to the other side, to the spirit world. But I was only there for an instant.
Quick, let's get him out and check if he's breathing.
Before they brought me back.
Who is he?
ID says it's Edward Gittam, 33 years old.
What's his status?
He's not breathing.
Okay, let's start CPR. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe. Status?
Oh, he's still not breathing.
Keep trying.
Come on,
trying.
mister.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He got him. Oh, thank God. Let's get him to Sacred Heart right now.
Okay, take his seat.
I've got him. Okay, here we go. Right.
Splashing all day long, using up the water, it's too late when it's gone. If you want to help him, this is what to do. Make sure the water hog is never, never you. Just make sure the water hog is never, ever you.
The following classic Springbok radio commercial comes to you with the courtesy of the Springbok Radio Preservation Society of South Africa.
A glass of Castle puts a lift in living. Castle Lager puts a lift in life. Comfort Castle.
It does more than refresh. A glass of Castle gives life a lift. See that golden glint of sparkling goodness, that rich, creamy head. Taste the magnificent flavor. For a lift without a letdown, lift a Castle.
What tastes better with Castle?
Food tastes better with Castle.
A glass of Castle puts a lift in living. Castle Lager puts a lift in life. Comfort Castle.
Home from work and you're weary.
Have a Castle now, it's so cheery.
A glass of Castle puts a lift in living. Castle Lager puts a lift in life. Comfort Castle.
It does more than refresh.
I woke up a week later, confused and in a hospital bed. Was I alive? I wasn't sure. As much as I recognized everything around me, everything seemed foreign. But a voice had assured me I was actually alive.
Mr. Githam? Mr. Githam? Mr. Githam? Mr. Githam, can you hear me? Mr. Githam, my name is Dr. Andre. You were in an accident, Mr. Githam, but you survived. You're lucky to be alive.
Alive?
Yes, you're alive. Your car skidded off a bridge and plunged into the river below it. You drowned, Mr. Githam. We aren't sure how long you were gone, but we brought you back.
What?
Mr. Githam, you died. You were clinically dead before we were able to resuscitate you, but you're fine now.
I knew exactly what he was saying, and exactly what had happened to me. But still it was as if I'd dreamed it all and woken up. I remembered everything, but I wasn't sure what was real anymore. Am I going to be okay?
Well, besides drowning, you didn't seem to sustain any brain damage or any other significant injuries. All the tests we've done so far have come back negative. However, I still want to keep you here for a week so we can keep an eye on you.
Thanks.
You can consider yourself lucky, Mr. Githam. You've got a second chance at life. Not many people do.
The week came and went, and all my tests came back negative. Physically, I was fine, and they discharged me with a clean bill of health. I was ready to carry on with my normal life. But what happened next was something I could never have imagined, and it was far from normal. In an instant, everyone was gone. All the people in the world, it seemed, had just disappeared, and I was left alone, completely alone. Was I dreaming? Had I passed out? It didn't feel like a dream, but how could it be real? Where was everybody? Hello? Anybody there? The world was quiet all around me. Everything had remained the way it was. The trees, the buildings, the air. But I was the only thing left alive in all of it, and it scared me a lot. Mostly because it felt familiar, like a feeling I'd only felt once before. That night I went over the bridge, the night I died. But why would I feel like that now? I was alive, wasn't I? I walked around a little, very carefully, afraid of what might be waiting for me around each corner. I'd gone about a block when it all suddenly changed again.
right.
What happened?
What happened? You've been walking around like a crazy person. Like nobody else even exists. You're lucky the traffic avoided you or you'd be dead.
I'm sorry, I must have blacked out there for a minute.
You look pretty awake to me.
What exactly did you say I was doing?
Like I said, you were just walking around like you were in your own little world, like no one else had even existed.
I'm sorry. I'm not really sure what happened to me.
I don't know. Maybe you should see a doctor.
Well, Mr. Gittam, all your test results have come back negative again. Like I told you before, physically you're fine, but the episode you told me about does concern me. Although I've never heard of anything like it, I think it could have been triggered by a kind of post-traumatic stress.
You think that's all it is?
I'm not sure exactly, but again, there doesn't seem to be anything physically wrong with you.
So what do you suggest then?
Look, a lot of people go for counseling after traumatic experiences. The hospital offers free group sessions every Thursday. I recommend that you go to these. If medicine can't help you, then maybe a bit of therapy might.
I went to therapy that Thursday in the hope that I could find some answers. But no one in the group, including the psychologist, could explain the strange episode I had experienced. Nobody had ever heard of anything like it before. I got all the easy answers, that it was just stress from the accident and it was nothing serious. I just needed to talk about it and try and get some rest. They paired me up with this kid called Ricky as part of some buddy plan they had going, but I knew he wouldn't understand. I mean, I could hardly understand it and couldn't even explain it properly. Well, maybe it was just stress. I left that night quite relieved. Maybe I just needed to talk about it, get it off my chest. However, it wasn't until I arrived home that night that all the relief disappeared, and I began to think that my problem was something far more than stress. Hey, Pirate. How you doing, pretty kitty? Did you miss me? Course you did. Good kitty. How about some music, It's been a long day. There we go. You hungry, Pirate? I am. Well, what do we have? Olives. Yeah, that's a nice start. Much better. What now? Pirate, are you playing around with Daddy's stereo? Oh, come on, Pirate, not now. Please, cat, I'm tired. No, Pirate. Pirate? Pirate? What's wrong with the stereo now? You're still on. Why aren't you making any noise? Where's that cat now? Pirate! Pirate! What on earth was that? What the hell was that? Hello? Hello? Oh, maybe it's the wind. It sounds like it's coming from Mrs. Swanson's house. I better get over there and see. Mrs. Swanson! Mrs. Swanson! As I ran, something happened. With each step, the world around me changed. And I gradually began to realize that everything I recognized, my street, my neighborhood, my own house, had changed, and yet stayed the same all at once. And then that feeling came upon me, the one I'd felt that day at the bridge, and a few days ago in the city. It was happening again. Everyone had disappeared, and I was left alone in the world again. At least, That's what I thought. What were those sounds? If everyone was gone, where were they coming from? Something was out there. I could feel it. I couldn't see anyone, but I knew I wasn't alone. Who's there? Who are you?
Edward, it's me, Mrs. Swanson. Edward, are you okay?
Mrs. Swanson.
Yes, it's me. Are you okay? What are you doing in the middle of the street at this time of the night?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Swanson. I thought I heard something out here. I was just coming to check to see if you were all right.
I'm fine. Are you sure you're okay? Who were you talking to? I didn't see anyone.
Well, I'm not sure. I thought I saw someone.
I was worried. I was calling out to you for a while. I thought you couldn't hear me.
I'm sorry. I was just... I'm sorry about that.
Are you sure you're okay? You look a little pale.
No, I'm fine, Mrs. Swanson. Thanks. And I'm sorry I bothered you so late at night.
That's okay. As long as you're okay.
Oh, yes. Yes, thanks. I'm fine. But I wasn't fine. What was happening to me? Was I losing my mind? What were those sounds? My mind kept taking me back to that feeling I had inside the episodes. The one I felt when I died. Did it have something to do with that? When I died, did it change me? I had to know what was happening to me. Ricky, the kid from the therapy group, was a computer genius. He was being counseled for severe depression and repeated suicide attempts. I got him to search the internet for any similar or identical cases to mine. If Sacred Heart had never heard of this phenomenon before, I was going to find out about it myself.
Die volgende klassieke advertensie van Springbok Radio se verlede kom met die vergunning van die Springbok Radio Bewaringsvereniging van Suid-Afrika.
Wat jy in die lewe wil hê, doen dit nou. Jy bereik net wat jy wil, as jy daarby hou. En suiker is die regte ding, behoorte energie. As jy na die soet waters ry, doen dit nou met suiker energie. Suiker is die regte ding, behoorte energie. As jy na die soet waters ry, suiker is energie. Energie.
Enjoy the best of both worlds. Only 2 hours drive from Johannesburg and Pretoria and half an hour by air. The magnificent Sundown Ranch Hotel and Lion Park, just 10 kilometers from the Pilansberg Game Reserve and Sun City Resort. It offers an exciting escape from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Reasonable rates, excellent food, friendly service and comfortable air-conditioned rooms. It will ensure a memorable stay. Activities include tennis, squash, horse riding, the Lion Park, and much, much more. Call now to make your reservation on 014-573-1000. That's 014-573-1000, or visit their website at www.restinations.co.za/Sundown Ranch. The Sundown Ranch Hotel and Lion Park, 2 worlds in one.
I managed to find what you were looking for.
Oh, that's great. Thanks, Ricky.
Yeah. But just don't get caught with it. I had to hack into a lot of different classified hospital medical files to get this.
Oh, I understand, and I appreciate it, Ricky. Let's have a look. What we got? Eugene Hills, 40-year-old stockbroker, died from a heart attack on the 24th of March, 97. and resuscitated a few minutes later by paramedics.
There's quite a few of them, all with the same stats. All died and all resuscitated shortly afterwards. I pulled all the local ones, so everyone on the list is living somewhere in the city, or at least they were at the time of their accidents.
Oh, that's perfect. Well, thanks so much again. I owe you big.
No, don't worry about it. It's cool. I just hope it helps you find out what's happening to you.
Well, we'll soon find out, won't we? Right now, I guess Mr. Hills is as good a place to start as any. Well, Mr. Hills, I certainly hope you're in.
Hi.
Hi. Mrs. Hills?
Can I help you?
Well, actually, I was looking for Mr. Hills. Are you his wife?
I'm Mrs. Hills. What's this about?
Well, ma'am, I was wondering if it would be possible to speak with your husband.
I'm sorry, but Mr. Hills passed away in 1997.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My condolences, ma'am. I'm sorry for asking, but was it from the heart attack?
Why are you asking me all these questions? Who are you?
It's a long story, Mrs. Hills. I'm Edward Gittam. I'm doing private research on cases that seem similar to some strange occurrences in my life since my own near-fatal accident. May I come in and speak with you?
Well, I'm not sure. You seem to have a decent face. Anyway, I'm intrigued. Come in. But you can't stay long, though.
Thanks. I really appreciate your time.
The heart attack was just the beginning. It's what happened afterwards that... He killed himself a few months later.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I think it was for the best. He was never the same afterwards. The blackouts, the hallucinations. I think it was just his time.
Mrs. Hills, I am so sorry. Again.
I'm sorry, I can't.
I understand. And I do apologize for dredging up the past. I'm sorry to have bothered you. I couldn't bear to pry any further. The poor lady was obviously still devastated. But at least I had found something out. Blackouts, hallucinations, the same symptoms I was having. But it wasn't enough. I needed to know more. I needed something solid, an explanation. Poor Mr. Hills. He was never the same, she said. I wonder if that's what drove him to kill himself. I hope not, seeing as he'd done it only a few months after his initial escape from death. I hoped that the next person on the list would have some sort of explanation. But they didn't. They, too, had died from a separate, unrelated incident a few months after the initial death. And then, one by one, I scratched off each person on the list, my hand trembling and my stomach tied in knots. Every one of them dead within months of being resuscitated, and no one willing to tell me their story. Did the same fate await me? My mind raced. What was going on? There was one more name on the list. Peter O'Neill, 12 years old, drowned in his pool and resuscitated by his mother shortly afterwards. I prayed that she'd have the right answers. Please be home.
Who is it?
Mrs. O'Neill?
Who is that?
Mrs. O'Neill, my name's Edward Gittam. I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions about your son, Peter.
Are you from the newspaper?
No, ma'am, I'm not. Look, I'm sorry, I know this is a bit weird, but I know your son drowned and was brought back.
What exactly is this about?
Well, ma'am, you see, the same thing happened to me.
He was a good swimmer, you know. He always used to swim by himself. I should have been watching him, though.
Mrs. O'Neill, I'm really sorry for asking, but can you tell me about what happened after the accident? Was there anything strange about him? Anything out of the ordinary?
Yes. Yes, come to think of it, there was.
About a week after the accident, we were watching TV when he suddenly got up and he started fiddling with the set, complaining that it was broken and that he couldn't see anything.
Mm-hmm.
But it was fine. I just couldn't understand, and when I told him that, it was like he couldn't hear me. Then he turned around and started calling my name. Well, I kept answering him, telling him I was right there. For a while I thought he'd gone blind, but he started running around the house as if he could see perfectly, calling to me and asking me where I was. Well, I kept answering him, but he couldn't hear me, and he was crying. I didn't know what to do. A few minutes later, he snapped out of it, and, well, I rushed him straight to hospital, but they couldn't find anything wrong with him.
The hospital couldn't find anything wrong with me either. What did you do next?
Well, the hospital recommended therapy, so I took him.
Group therapy?
No, it was one-on-one with a lady psychologist. Well, she seemed very good, and I thought Peter was in the right hands.
Did she help him?
No, the episodes persisted, and, well, they even got worse. At first he told me that everyone would just disappear, and he would be left completely alone. But then he started to hear things, he said, and see things that he could only describe as monsters.
Monsters?
Well, he said that they were after him, that they wanted to hurt him, and he couldn't run away because there were so many of them.
What did the psychologist say?
Well, she said that medication probably wouldn't help and began looking into other forms of treatment for Peter. She said she had this theory that Peter's spirit might be confused, thinking Peter's body was dead and was trying to separate itself from the spirit.
Well, what did you think?
Oh, I thought she was crazy. I couldn't believe that she was experimenting on my son with all that spiritual mumbo-jumbo. Heaven knows what she was filling his head with. If you ask me, she was the reason Peter started doing so badly. She drove him over the edge.
Hey, what did you do?
Well, I stopped taking Peter to see her. It was then that
What happened, Mrs. O'Neill? Please, I need to know.
Oh, one night he had another episode. It was like he was fighting something invisible. I don't think he could take it anymore. And then his heart gave in and he died. Only this time I couldn't bring him back.
I'm sorry. You never found out what was wrong with him?
Well, the only person with a theory was the psychologist, but I never believed her. If she had just treated Peter the way she was supposed to, he'd be alive right now.
And you never thought that she might have been onto something?
Oh, never. That's why when I found out she had treated other patients with the same problem, and they had all died as well, we took her to court and had her struck from the medical roll.
Who's we?
Well, surviving family members who also felt her practices were unethical.
Do you remember any of their names?
Well, let me see. There were the Johnstons, the Adlers, the Shaws, and Mrs. Hills. Well, what's that?
It's a list of all the people in the city who went through the same ordeal. And all the names you just mentioned are on this list, too. What did you say that doctor's name was?
Oh, if I were you, I wouldn't have anything to do with her. She's no good. You know, I fear the same thing could happen to you if she were to get her hands on you.
Mrs. O'Neill, I'm afraid the same thing is already happening to me. She might be my only hope in finding out what's really going on.
Oh, her name was Rush. Dr. Nadine Rush.
Dr. Nadine Rush. I found her address and went to her house. If she couldn't help me, I didn't even want to think about what would happen. I was running out of time. I was getting that strange feeling again. Come on.
Hello? Who's there?
Dr. Rush. Dr. Nadine Rush.
Who is that?
It was the worst possible timing. The one person I needed to see was about to disappear along with everyone else. Dr. Rush, my name is Edward Gittam. I've read about your work with patients who die and are resuscitated.
I don't practice anymore. Sorry, I can't help you. I don't practice anymore. Sorry, I can't help you.
Please, I don't know what's happening to me. I just need to ask you some questions. My stomach turned. It was happening again. The world was silent, and only I was left in it. But almost as soon as I felt everyone leave, I felt something else arrive. Who's there? Who are you? Suddenly something flashed into sight. For a second, two giant shapes appeared and then disappeared the next moment. I froze. Were these the monsters that young Peter O'Neill said he saw?
Wake up, Edward. Wake up. Wake up, Edward. Wake up.
Wake up, Edward. Wake up. Edward. Relax. Relax, you're in my house. You're fine. You're one of them, aren't you?
One of whom?
I used to call you foreigners. It seemed the best way to describe what was happening to you. Do you know what's happening to you?
Actually, that's why I came to you. I need your help.
Help? I'm afraid that I can't offer you any help. All I can give you are a few answers. Whether or not you choose to believe what I tell you is up to you.
Well, at this point, I'll take anything.
All right. How long ago did you die?
About 3 weeks ago.
And ever since then you've been feeling different?
Mm-hmm.
Like the world had somehow changed?
Yes.
You couldn't explain it, but everything you knew was suddenly foreign. And then the episode started.
Yes.
Are you sure you want to know why?
Yes.
You might not like what you hear.
I need to know.
All right. When you died, your spirit began crossing over to the other side, the spirit world, which is where it should have gone. But because you were brought back from the dead, your spirit was confused. It was still trying to live in the spirit world. That's why everything seemed foreign. When you came back, you were seeing the world through the eyes of your physical body as well as those of your spirit.
And the episodes?
The episodes occur when the spirit essentially overpowers the body and tries to live separately from it, as it believes it should. It crosses over to a place where the rest of us can't see, and you are not able to see us.
The spirit world?
No. Not the spirit world, and that's where the other problem starts.
Well, where is it?
Do you believe in God, in good and evil?
Yes, I suppose so.
In almost every culture and religion, there exists the concept of good and evil. Many people think there is a constant battle between the two sides to maintain some kind of balance between them. Of course, we can't see that battle because it exists on another plane, one where mortals are excluded.
But what if
I believe that you are now in the process of crossing over to that plane, right into the middle of that war that has raged since the beginning of time. You can hear them shouting, can't you? Their swords striking.
Is that what those horrible sounds are?
I believe it is.
Well, how do we stop it?
I don't know. That's why I said I had answers and not help. I don't think it can be stopped. Except
what?
The only way your spirit will find its way to where it needs to be is if your body is no longer holding it back.
What? What are you saying? The only cure for this is if I die?
I did tell you, you might not like what you hear.
But that's ridiculous. There must be another way.
Why do you think all my other patients died? Because I let them? No, it's because there is nothing I or anyone else could have done to help them.
Well, how do you know? How do you know it's not just that you can't find another way?
Because you cannot fight against fate, against your own destiny. Your fate now lies on the other side. You started crossing over. The fact that science was able to bring you back doesn't change that. This is bigger than medicine and anything you can see. It's the natural order of things.
No, I won't accept that. That's all I can do, sitting around waiting to die.
Is it really so bad? Is death what you're really afraid of? Because let me tell you, I watched all my patients go through the horror of having their spirits beaten and torn in a war that they were never meant to be a part of. As soon as those flickering images you're seeing at the moment come into focus, you'll also come into focus for them. And when you do, it won't matter that you're not supposed to be there. They'll make you part of it, and you won't stand a chance.
So what then?
I can't tell you what to do, but you're running out of time. Your spirit won't last long the way it's going right now.
So I don't have any option but to die?
It's just your body that dies, Edward, in order that your spirit can cross over to where it's supposed to be. Isn't that better than being what you are now? A foreigner? You're not supposed to be alive here, and your spirit is not supposed to be moving in the direction it is. Isn't it a scarier thing to not belong where you are?
No, that can't be the only way. I won't believe it. It can't.
Edward, please.
No, your patients died because you didn't know how to help them.
No.
I'll find a way. I am not going to die.
Edward, you're wasting your time. Please listen to me. You're running out of time. Good luck.
I got in my car and drove at a high speed. I didn't know where I was going. I just drove. All the time, Nadine's words echoed through my mind. What if she was right? What if death was the only way out? Was it really all that bad? And then suddenly, everything in my world went quiet, and that strange feeling overtook me again. It was happening again. Only this time I could see everything so clearly. Oh, God! It was a war, just like Nadine said. I could see them, giant angels and devils fighting each other. It was them shouting. It was them screaming. And for the first time I began to understand my fate. And then they looked at me. And that was the worst fear I'd ever felt. Worse than that day I died. Finally, it was clear. I was a foreigner. I didn't belong here. And my worst fear wasn't dying anymore. It was being stuck in a place I wasn't supposed to be. And as I swerved in vain to try and get away, fate, it seemed, had stepped in to guide me. So let me tell you again about the time I died. The time I really died. It's not as bad as it may seem. I think the inevitability of it reassured me. It's something that happens to us all. And as for me, I'd rather be where I belong than be a foreigner.
Quickly, pull him out and check if he's breathing.
Who is he?
ID says he's Edward Gittam, 33 years old.
What's his status?
He's gone. We're too late.
In tonight's story, Foreigner, by Justin Shaw, you heard Roger Service as Edward, Frank Graham as Dr. Andre, Vera Clare as Mrs. Hill, Catherine Dunstan as Mrs. Swanson, Merle Wayne as Mrs. O'Neill, Tommy Reed as Ricky, and Caroline Smart as Dr. Nadine Rush. The play was produced and recorded by Olympia Studios in Durban and directed by Henry Diffenthal.
And be sure to tune in next Wednesday night at 8 and every Wednesday night for the week's finest radio entertainment brought to you for your listening pleasure by your hosts, the Brewers of Castle Lager. So until next week then, a very good night to you all. This is Castle Playhouse. From the stages and studios, producers and playwrights of the world, your hosts, the Brewers of Castle Lager, bring you the week's finest radio entertainment, Castle Playhouse.
Close quarters.
What's the time? Oh, good heavens, it's 8:30. Oh, look at my dress. I've got to change it quickly into the bedroom. Now, which one? Take this one out. Oh, that's it. The zips stuck. That's got it. There. Oh, good heavens, look at me. Look at my hands. I'm shaking all over. I must control myself before Gustav comes home. Oh, why doesn't he come? It's so late. Oh, if only he'd come home. Someone's coming. I wonder if... Gustav! Is that you?
Yes, it's me.
Oh.
Were you expecting someone else, my dear?
Oh,
Huh?
oh, Gustav. Oh.
Hey. Hey, what's up, huh?
Gustav, dear, it was so terrible. So terrible waiting. You're so late, I mean.
Well, can't I be a bit late sometimes? We had a lot to do tonight, very important business.
Oh. Gustav, have you been drinking?
Huh? No, why?
Well, you see, when you didn't come, I got frightened. I thought something might have happened to you.
Something happened to me? What? What could happen to me, eh?
Well, I don't know, but well, you were late, and I just got nervous. How did the meeting go?
Oh, quietly, very quietly.
Did you come straight from the meeting?
Yes?
It was late in finishing, then.
What are you getting at, eh? Look here, Lisa, why treat me as if I'm a child? I know you think I'm only a poor, ignorant foreigner.
Oh, no, I don't.
Well, I could look after myself, see? I suppose you can't help it, though. That's how you were brought up, eh? You ought to have married someone respectable, like your father was.
Oh, Gustav, please.
We are going to have a celebration tonight.
Oh.
Yes, indeed. You ought to be proud of your Gustav.
Oh, but what is it, then?
Don't be in such a hurry. Let me tell it in my own way.
All right.
You know I was going to make a speech tonight, huh?
Yes.
Well, believe me, Lisa, it was the one speech of the evening that counted.
Oh.
Here's to you and me, Lisa.
Oh, thank you.
Solidarity, that's our watchword. And we've got to fight for the sake of those who come after us. The right is on our side. And I'd rather die starving in a ditch than beg for mercy.
Oh, my darling, and you wonder that I'm sometimes frightened for you.
Don't worry about me.
But how can I help it? You're such a hothead.
Nonsense, I'm no hothead. Besides, after the meeting, Heimberger, the deputy, came up and congratulated me. Then he offered me a job in the party as an official. A paid job.
Well, and then what happened?
Well, Heimberger asked me to accept, and I said yes, quick as I could. Don't you see, this is going to mean a lot to us. I'm going to work for the party now, and not for some blasted capitalist. And it means more money. Wages haven't been settled yet, but it'll be better than I'm getting now. Surely that pleases you, huh?
Yes, of course that pleases me, dear.
It may be the start of all sorts of things. And to begin with, we are going into a better flat.
What?
Yes, this pigsty isn't fit for anyone to live in.
Oh.
Not for us now, anyway. And it's all been arranged.
How do you mean it's all been arranged?
Heimberger asked me where I lived, then wanted to know if I had a telephone.
Mm-hmm.
When I told him we hadn't, he said we ought to move, and that he knew just the very place for us. 2 rooms, a kitchen, a shower bath, and a telephone.
Oh.
It's in the new block they've just put up.
But how can we move? We've got to get rid of this first.
I've told you, it's all taken care of.
Then, Gustav, why shouldn't we move tomorrow?
Tomorrow? You're in an almighty hurry,
Gustav, I must get out of here. This narrow hole is driving me mad. I feel I can't stand it any longer.
Well, I'm blowed. You women are the limit. You've liked this flat well enough so far. What's wrong with it all of a sudden?
But you just said yourself that it isn't fit for us to live in now.
Did I?
Yes.
So, we've got to clear out tomorrow, have we? Oh, well, have it your own way.
Oh, thank you. Do you mind very much, dear?
Why should I mind? If it makes you happy, eh? You know, old girl, I'm pretty fond of you with all your faults.
Oh, all my faults. Why do you think that?
All mine, I mean. I say, if you don't want your wine, I'll have it, huh? Remember, I gave the pubs a miss tonight and came home straight to you. And nearly broke my neck. It was pitch dark in the wood.
What? You came through the wood?
Yes, I took the shortcut.
But, Gustav, the wood, it's not safe at night.
Safe? What are you afraid of? It's only a few trees, you know.
Came through the wood.
Well, isn't that what I'm telling you? Yes, I came straight through the wood, by the old cart road, past our dear friend Sanders' house. Haven't I a right to walk past his house if I want to? He may be a blasted scoundrel, a blood-sucking capitalist, and a minister of state, but he'd hardly jump out from behind a hedge and shoot me, eh? What's wrong? Why are you staring at me like that?
Well, it's only...
Don't be silly. If he saw me, he'd run a mile. He knows I can shoot straighter and quicker than he can. And that's one of the things I told them at the meeting tonight.
You told them that?
It was only a joke. You know, I wouldn't hurt a fly, far less shoot a man. Unless I was attacked, of course.
Well, even if you'd been attacked, you wouldn't have been able to shoot anyone tonight.
Why not? Hey, my gun isn't in my pocket. Did I leave it here this morning? Did you find it?
Yes, I put it in the drawer in the sideboard.
Oh, and I left my gloves here, too. It was done cold without them. I seem to be getting forgetful in my old age. And, talking of that, I'm nearly forgetting my third bit of news.
Oh, what's that?
We are going abroad. Soon, perhaps.
Oh, Gustav, I'll go anywhere if it's to help you. I've always said you go far if only you got your chance, and this may be it. Oh, I do hope you'll be able to start soon.
You are so impatient, eh? First you can't leave the flat quick enough. Now you can't get out of the country fast enough.
Oh.
Here. What about some music to cheer you up? Then we've got to celebrate.
Where's the program from?
Let me have a look. The Grand Hotel.
Oh.
There we are, you see. The honest poor can listen to the idle rich at the Grand Hotel, with the orchestra of the Grand Hotel. Lisa, you seem to be miles away from me tonight.
Huh? I'm here in front of you.
Yes, darling, but
Look,
you...
I'm just the same Lisa who loves you, takes care of you.
I don't mean that exactly, but... Well, you're the same and yet different. I don't know how, but you seem to have changed in some way.
But...
What is the difference, Lisa? Tell me.
Gustav, your hands are shaking.
Are they? I expect I'm a bit excited.
Well, you just sit and relax while I get on with my sewing.
Yeah. Mind you don't forget to put my name on everything, eh? Most important.
Well, why do you always tease me about that? It is important. It saves a lot of trouble when I go through the laundry. Besides, if you leave anything somewhere by mistake and your name's on it, it's more likely to be traced.
This is a special announcement being broadcast from all transmitters. We're sorry to interrupt the programs, but some serious news has just been received. The police report that this evening the Minister for the Interior, Dr. Fritz Sander, was found dead in the woods near his house. Dr. Sander had been shot at close quarters. No weapon was discovered, but an examination of the bullet indicates that it was probably fired from a 6.3mm Mauser pistol. It was at first thought that the crime might be a political one, but as the victim's watch, note case, and rings are missing, it is now presumed that robbery was the motive. We are asked by the Chief of Police to announce that any person giving information which may lead to the arrest of the murderer will be handsomely rewarded. In view of the tragic event, and as a mark of respect to the late Dr. Sander, all transmitters will now close down. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.
What the blazes?
Horrible, horrible. That's why I was frightened when you told me that you'd come through the woods.
But how did you know? Oh, I see. You thought that they might have shot me instead of him.
Yes, Oh, well, it's so dark in the woods. I mean, you said it was. They might have mistaken you for him.
Oh, hardly. Sander was small, and the shot was fired from close up.
Well, how can they tell that?
I don't know. Perhaps his coat was singed by the flash.
He was shot in the head.
Oh? I didn't hear that. Only that it was at close quarters.
Oh, I must have heard it wrong. I thought he said in the head. Well, anyhow, what does it matter? It's beastly, and I only hope if they catch the man who did it that they'll execute him.
Are you saying that to me?
Yes. Gustav, what do you mean?
You know very well what I mean.
But I don't. Gustav, do you mean
I mean that you know how I hate and loathe capital punishment. For years, ever since I came to this country, I have fought against it. How dare you speak to me like that?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Life is holy. Perhaps it's the only holy thing there is. It's certainly the one thing the living have a right to call their own, and no court in the world should be able to take it away. Only the individual himself has any rights over his own life. If a man is a murderer, is that any reason for murdering him? The judge who pronounces the death sentence ought to carry out the execution himself. Then capital punishment would disappear quick enough.
Would you rather be imprisoned for life? Personally, I'd rather die.
There's a big difference between killing yourself and being killed.
Well, then, if you would commit suicide?
Well, of course. Let's get off the subject. Surely the question isn't exactly topical.
I hope not.
You hope not? Why do you say that?
Well, you spoke against Sander at the meeting.
And why not? I've done it before 100 times, and... Yes.
What?
Well, tonight I said something about shooting down mad dogs. Funny, eh?
Oh, how could you say that? Tonight of all nights.
I suppose it was rather stupid. Look here, you'd better keep your mouth shut about my going through the wood. Eh?
Listen, did anyone see you?
Well, I didn't see anyone.
No one. Are you quite sure?
Well, of course I am. What are you getting at?
Oh, nothing.
Lisa, you don't really think that I killed him?
It's not what I think. It's what others may think. After what you said tonight, if you were seen in that wood before any ordinary court, you'd be half guilty when the trial began.
Good heavens. You're right. I was a fool to say that. And supposing I was seen, perhaps by the man who shot Sander, he'd only have to denounce me to shift suspicion from himself. Oh, Lisa, what am I to do? We've got to find something to prove me innocent.
But isn't it just possible that they may catch the real murderer?
Huh?
Oh, come, my dear. It's no good getting into a state. Look, I'll make you a nice sandwich, and then we'll go to bed.
But what am I to do? Supposing they come after me now.
Well, the police don't move as quickly as all that. Let's just wait, darling. Perhaps tomorrow things look different.
No. I've got to think this thing out. Oh, what were the actual words?
Oh, well, let me think now. That was about Dr. Sander was found dead in the wood near his house.
Yes. What else?
He'd been shot at close quarters and that he'd been robbed. Don't forget that.
Ah, yes. And I'm not a thief. And surely if I'd shot him at close quarters and then gone through his pockets, wouldn't I have got in a mess?
Why?
Well, blood. Almost bound to get blood on my clothes. Look, nothing here. It mayn't prove much, but at least it's something.
Well, there you are. What did I say? And after a good night's sleep, you'll probably think of a lot of other things.
Yes.
And now you're going to eat a sandwich for my sake. Will you pass me the bread knife, please? Oh, thanks, dear. Oh!
Oh, you cut your finger.
Well, it's only a scratch.
Oh, I'll get your hanky from your bag.
Oh, dear.
Hello, what's this?
Hmm?
Is this the second time you've cut yourself today?
No, why?
Well, there's a lot of blood on this handkerchief.
Oh, yes, of course. My nose was bleeding.
Why didn't you tell me?
Well, it came on quite suddenly. I got some spots of blood on my dress, too. Oh, no, not this one. I had to change it.
Have you been out today?
No. Well, that is, I just had to run out to buy a few things. Why?
Oh, nothing.
Gustav, can we arrange to move tomorrow?
What's the hurry? Won't the day after tomorrow do?
No, please. Let's get out of here as quick as we can. I can't stay any longer. I'd like to move tonight if we could.
All right. If you want to move tomorrow, we'll move tomorrow. I can't see what all the excitement is about. Now, where is that sandwich, huh?
Oh, here you are.
I'll go and eat in bed, I think.
Yes, off you go then. I'll just tidy up.
Oh, leave it till the morning. Come to bed, huh? Oh, I'm feeling so tired.
Gustav, I must tidy up just a little. Yeah, I'd better move this into the kitchen now. At least that's better. Oh, Gustav's coat, it's always leaving it about it. Oh, there's a button coming off. Let me have a look and see what...
Have you found anything interesting in my coat?
Gustav, I wasn't... It's just that... Well, there's a button loose.
Oh. You'd better not leave that blood-stained handkerchief lying around.
Lovely.
What?
Our new flat. I can't help just running from room to room and admiring it. You know, I feel I could bear things here.
Oh, that's about the 5th time you've said that today.
Oh.
What is this terrible thing that you've got to bear, huh? Is it the ghost of Fritz Sander haunting you?
Oh, why do you say things like that?
Oh, why shouldn't I?
Oh, I'm sorry. I suppose it's just that I'm tired.
No wonder. I'm glad we don't have to move every day.
Oh, yes, and that awful murder and all its possible consequences.
What consequences? There's no real evidence against me, not even a spot of blood. The only blood was on your things, eh? Good heavens, what's the matter?
Nothing's the matter with me. Oh, I must see to the supper. You open your letter.
Oh, no. No. Lisa.
Yes?
Lisa, here's a letter from Heimberger.
Oh?
Listen. The rumor is that the police now believe the crime to be a political one. In fact, an assassination.
Assassination?
Oh.
But what about the things that were stolen? Do they suspect anyone?
Well, Heimberger thinks that someone is under suspicion. A member of the opposition, but apparently not one of our party.
Not our party? Oh, well, then that's all right.
Lisa? When I came home last night, why didn't you tell me at once that your nose had been bleeding?
Well, I don't know.
You know, it bothers me when you hide things from me.
Hide things?
Aren't you hiding something now?
Oh, Gustav, I didn't want to let you see how worried I am, but I can't help it. I mean, when you told me about that letter, I suddenly saw that if they really think this was an assassination, then...
Go on.
Well, you've always been against Sander. Everyone knows that. And the police aren't complete fools.
You mean they might suspect me?
Yes.
But they've no proof. At least no direct proof. Even Heimberger says that...
What? May I read that letter?
No. It doesn't matter what he says. Lisa, you know me. You know I wouldn't kill anyone.
Is that what he thinks?
Do you believe me?
Well, have I any reason not to?
Well, it sounds as if you doubt it. It's true I didn't exactly love Sander, but I wasn't the only one. The whole party hated him. There wasn't one thing we could plan without his getting wind of it. How, heaven knows, but he did. As if he could read our very thoughts. Do you remember when three of us arranged to meet in that restaurant, the dirty little bourgeois place?
Oh, yes, I know, the Green Dragon.
That's it. Well, the meeting was an absolute secret. Only we three knew. We hadn't even been to the place before. And yet what happened? The police raided it that night, and we got out just in time.
Well, perhaps it was only a coincidence.
Never. It was a trap. Sander's trap. And it snapped just behind us.
Oh, let's stop talking about Sander. Someone shot him and he's dead, and a good thing, too. I'm sick of his very name.
Yes, blast him, so am I. But I can't seem to get away from him. He's here all the time. He won't leave me. We've always hated each other. I hated him so much that I almost liked him. I think he liked me, too, in a strange way. Do you remember that when he spoke to us after the meeting, when you were with me, he was quite pleasant, almost nice.
Oh, did we meet him? I'd forgotten.
Lisa, you can't have. It was just before we were married, you must remember. You seemed quite taken by him. Stood talking to him as if you enjoyed it.
Oh, so you can be jealous about me after all.
Jealous of Sander? Well, I've heard many things, but that takes the cake. No, if you'd been the sort to like him and his ideas, you'd hardly have married me.
Ideas? What are ideas?
Ideas are everything.
Perhaps for a man, but not for a woman. You see, a woman loves in a different way from a man. Ideas and reason don't come into it.
Oh, that's nonsense. If you're fond of each other, of course you have the same ideas.
Why?
Lisa, what is the matter with you? You're talking such rubbish. We do love each other, don't we?
Oh, Gustav, dearest. Of course I love you.
And I love you too, Lisa. It's just since yesterday, something seems to have come over us. Something... Well, it's since that blasted murder.
Well, then why will you keep referring to it?
Well, after all, it was the chief thing that happened yesterday. It seems to have affected you somehow.
Me? What are you saying? You must be mad. What have I got to do with the murder?
You? What have you got to do with it? Nothing. Of course you haven't.
I'm sorry if I seem strange. It's just that I'm terribly nervy. Oh, come on now. You just read the paper.
Hey, listen to this.
What?
Sensational turn in Sander murder case. Robbery not motive.
What?
They found the stolen things. They were very close by. Police dogs discovered the place.
Police dogs?
Yes. Oh, I thought they'd put dogs on the trail.
Well, I think it's fiendish to hunt people with dogs.
Listen. They seem to have got onto something definite, though. The scent taken up by the dogs led to the wood. And from the wood to the nearby street, where an evening open-air market is held, and a young man, the owner of one of the stores, was arrested. It is reported that he denies any knowledge of the crime, but that he has made a statement to the police, which they attach considerable importance. In well-informed circles, there is little doubt that the crime is a political one, for the late minister had many enemies among members of the rival political factions. The arrested youth is known to belong to one of these.
Nothing more.
Here's something in the stop press. Sander murder case takes a sudden dramatic turn. Police expect to make important arrests soon. Oh, really?
What's the matter?
The whole thing. These police dogs, it's terrible.
Well, you don't think that this man and the storekeeper did it then?
No, I don't. Otherwise, why would they talk about an important arrest?
But perhaps that's just a bluff.
Now, rubbish. The man they've got hold of made a statement, perhaps. He saw me in the woods.
Oh, Gustav, don't.
Well, they'll think it's a political murder, and suppose he did see me. Of all people, that would be the most natural assumption.
But they can't prove it.
They've got quite enough to arrest me on. Enough to hang me.
But there's such a thing as justice.
Oh, justice? What is justice? There's such a thing as the law, and that's quite different.
But at the worst, it's only, what do you call it, circumstantial evidence that they've got against you.
I wouldn't be the first man condemned on circumstantial evidence.
But what about the police dogs and the scent leading to the market? Surely that's evidence in your favor, isn't it?
It might have been, but you see, I did come through the market.
Oh, but you told me you'd come the shortest
Look,
way.
Lisa, I did stop for a drink last night. I couldn't help it. I didn't want to tell you. I thought you'd be angry.
You lied to me.
Yes, but only about that. I swear it. Oh, I wish I had told you. But what does it matter now? If that fellow saw me, my number's up. Would any judge believe my story if I'd been seen?
But why not, if you're telling the truth?
Because the best judge is only a lawyer. And every lawyer believes in the law instead of justice. Which of them would listen to
But
me?
you'd have a good counsel to defend you. The party would see to that.
Oh, there you go, talking as if I was arrested
Oh,
already.
don't be a fool. It's you that's talking like that, not me. To hear you, one would think there was no way of escape.
No way of escape.
It sounds almost as if you felt that you were guilty.
Lisa, what are you saying?
Well, I'm only saying that it sounds as if you...
You begin to doubt me. What will the police do?
I never said I doubted you. I'll always believe in you, whatever happens, but please, don't lie to me again.
I am sorry, Lisa. This is driving me insane. It's extraordinary, but
But what?
I feel as if in some way I really am mixed up in it.
Oh.
Why do you jump like that?
It's enough to make anyone jump. What a dreadful thing to say.
Shh.
What's that?
Police?
Let me go and have a look. Yes.
Are they stopping here?
Yes. Wait. May not be for us.
It is. I know it is.
Quiet for a moment, Gustav. Do they know our new address?
I registered only this morning. Are they coming up?
Shh, Gustav, please.
Lisa, you do believe me, don't you?
Hush. Something now. I think they're on the landing below. It's not for us.
How do you know? They are probably searching all the flats. It'll be our turn next.
I'm telling you, I've had enough. That's nothing to do. I've told you.
What is happening?
Gustav, they've gone.
Are you sure?
Yes. Oh, I feel sick with fright. I can't stand it.
I know. I'm sorry. I am going to forget Sander and everything connected with him.
Can't we just think of each other instead?
Yes. Just you and me.
Oh, yes.
To blazes with the rest.
Oh, my darling.
Oh, my God. Oh.
I'll get it. Hello? Yes, this is Mrs. Bergman speaking. Oh, just a moment. It's Heimberger, I think.
Blast. It'll be about Sander.
I suppose so.
I'm sorry.
Never mind, you must speak to him.
Yes. Hello? Of course not. Yes, I've seen tonight's paper. One of our party? But that's absurd. Just before the election, it'll be political suicide. Sander living was worth 1,000 votes to us. Dead, he's worth nothing. What do you mean? But listen, Good grief.
What is it, Gustav?
Hello? Heimberger, tell me, what exactly have you heard? Yes, of course, I must know. He described the man. In the woods, coming. Well, darn it, you saw me leave the meeting. Yes? Someone he didn't know. A woman.
Oh, Gustav.
Shh. Might have been... Yes. Give up my position. But... Abroad at once. My wife, too. For how long? Indefinitely. Oh, yes, I'm delighted. What did you expect? Promotion? Yes, promotion into the hereafter. I see. The committee. Very well. Good night. Heimberger, are you there? You can tell your blasted committee that I am much obliged to them for their trust and confidence.
Gustav?
Yes.
What does it mean?
Exile.
What?
No, I beg your pardon. Not exile. Promoted and transferred abroad for an indefinite period.
Perhaps it really is promotion.
My dear child, don't be silly. For an indefinite period.
But, well, who's the man Heimberger was talking about?
Oh, the man they've arrested, he thinks one of our party did it.
But how can he? I thought he said he saw someone he didn't know, that it might have been a woman.
Yes, that's true.
Well, I don't believe he saw anyone. If you ask me, he's just making it up to save his own skin.
Yes, but then why am I being sent abroad? No, there's something behind this that I'm not being told. I'm under suspicion. Heimberger was perfectly clear about that, but why? Why? I came through the woods, but I didn't do anything there, and yet I feel...
Why does this man think that it might have been a woman?
Oh, I don't know. Anyway, he wasn't very definite, just thought it might have been.
But even on the darkest night, you wouldn't look like a woman.
Me? No, not me, but...
Who, then?
Yes, you're quite right. It can't have been me he saw.
Well, if it wasn't you, why shouldn't it have been a woman?
It is possible that it was a woman. In that case, the whole thing would be a plain, sordid murder.
Is it any more plain and sordid because a woman does it?
Not necessarily, but Sander was always having dirty affairs with women.
Well, that's not true.
Oh, how do you know?
Well, at least you never told me about him before, and it seems mean to say it now that he's dead.
Lisa, what is this rot you're talking? You began by suggesting to me that a woman might have murdered Sander for revenge, I suppose.
Well,
And now you seem to want to defend the murderess. Why should you? Murder is always murder.
Oh, don't be a pompous ass.
Lisa!
You needn't pretend to be offended. If a woman murdered your friend Sander, why should she be any more guilty than a man?
Well, Lisa, it's different. I grant you that murder is always murder, but a political assassination is often done as a sort of a muddle-headed deed of heroism. But if a woman did it, well, she's probably some poor creature he used and got tired of.
I see. So according to you, no woman could be noble enough to have killed him for any of your high-sounding political reasons.
Supposing it had been a woman. Perhaps one of our women.
What? One of our women?
That would explain a lot. One of our women, Lisa.
What do you mean? Are you accusing me? Oh, that's
Lisa.
it. You think I did it. Oh, why don't you go and ring up the police and tell them? Go on. Tell them that you found out all about it and that you saw me do it.
Lisa.
That I'm the murderess. Me, your wife.
Oh, Lisa. My poor little Lisa. Oh, you are such a typical woman, always personal, never reasonable.
Do you really believe I did it?
For goodness sake, stop talking like a fool. Let me think for a moment. Yes, Sander seemed to find out so much. All our plans...
Gustav.
Please be quiet.
Well, why should I be? I know you think I'm too stupid for you. You think I'm unreasonable, but I do know this.
Spare me a list of things you know, just for a few minutes. I really do want to think. Couldn't you go away and leave me for a quarter of an hour?
Are you trying to turn me out?
Very well.
Gustav, where are you going?
Out.
But where to, Gustav? Look, I only know, please.
If I can't be alone
don't
for
go.
a few minutes in my own flat, I hope you will at least let me go out alone. Oh, by the way, my woolen gloves seem to have disappeared.
But
I suppose I can always keep my hands warm in my pockets. Good night.
But Gustav! Oh, Gustav! Don't leave me. Please don't leave me, Gustav. Come back. Oh, Gustav, you're back. I'm so sorry about last night. I must have dozed off. You've been out all night. Oh, Gustav, please tell me what the trouble is. I hate to see you like this. You're so strung up and nervy, and you look so upset. What are you writing?
Oh, I've got to write something, and I must do it now, at once. It's a report. Heimberger told me I must. The committee wanted.
What's it about?
I'm starting for the third time.
You've written reports before.
Not this kind of report. I can't do it. I can't. Last night I walked for miles and miles and thought and thought. I tried to get things clear. You remember that man, the one they've arrested?
Yes.
Said that the figure he thought might have been a woman.
Well?
Suppose it was a woman. It might be some girl who knows all of us. Perhaps she's a traitor who's been giving away our secrets. Then she may have killed Sander. Either because he had dropped her or because she was afraid of being found out.
But Gustav...
Anyway, that's what I told Heimberger last night.
You told him that?
Yes, I thought it might clear things up.
And what did he say?
Nothing. He just let me talk. Didn't shake hands with me. Didn't even offer me a chair.
And then what?
When I'd finished, he sat thinking for a moment or two and then said, "Well, Mr. Bergman, if you please." He's never called me that in his life before. Well, Mr. Bergman, your suggestion is a very interesting one. Very. And I suppose the instinct of self-preservation is a very natural one. And he smiled in a nasty sort of way.
What a beast.
Wait. And then he told me the committee would be very glad if you would prepare a detailed report about this murder. We should like to have it by tomorrow night. And I suggest you don't leave your flat until we have seen it.
But how awful. What did you say?
Oh, at first I couldn't speak. I was so completely stunned. Then I lost my temper. I asked him what the devil he meant, why he should pick on me to write the report. I told him I knew less about the murder than he did.
And what happened?
Oh, he just smiled. Said it was the committee's orders. Oh, then I really did see red, and he got angry too. Then it all came out.
What?
Heimberger and the rest of them, my friends, seemed pretty certain that I killed Sander.
Oh, no, not that.
Oh.
But what about this man they've arrested?
Oh, he says he didn't do it, and according to Heimberger, the police believe
He says he didn't do it, but that's no proof.
Anyway, they've let him go.
Oh, what nonsense. Why should they let him go? Oh.
Yes, Bergman speaking. Who? Oh, it's you, Heimberger. What's the trouble? Is the committee waiting on the doorstep for my report? Nice of you to ring up, I'm sure. Well, you know where my flat is. No time. Strangely enough, neither have I. Is that so? My life, eh? But then my life is no longer of very much importance to you. Please, my dear Heimberger, don't hesitate to say what you want. What? The police have found a glove. It must be very pleasant for the police to find something for a change. Of course, I'm most interested. But I can't do much about it, can I? On my report. Yes. You'll call for it this evening. How charming of you. I should be delighted. Good morning.
The police have found a glove?
Yes. Probably one of the woolen ones I lost.
Oh.
Although I didn't happen to have my gloves with me that night. Lucky, wasn't it? Shall I tell the police I lost my gloves? Huh? Why not?
Don't tell them, don't. That would be madness.
But why not?
I swear you won't tell them.
Why not, Lisa?
What?
What is the position? Sander was murdered, but that can't upset you very much. An old glove has been found. Well, that's of no importance to us. What's wrong with you?
The glove.
What about that glove?
It must be your glove.
My glove?
Yes.
But how could it be my glove? How could my glove, which I didn't have with me, get to the place where Sander was murdered?
I don't know.
But you don't know what the glove they found looks like. But wait a minute. We'll soon find out.
Oh, Gustav.
Lisa, be quiet, can't you? Stop crying. Hello? Hello, is that you, Heimberger? Bergman speaking. Look here, I didn't quite follow that about the glove. What sort of glove was it? You don't know. A man's glove, is that all? Thank you. Now I'm going to tell you something. Listen, Heimberger. I've lost a woolen glove. It got lost yesterday when we were moving. Or rather, I expect it was stolen. Probably for this very purpose, to implicate me. But it's funny, the police didn't find it at once, isn't it? What? Found it yesterday morning. But they kept it a secret.
Oh.
That's very strange. Near where the things were buried.
Oh, Gustav.
I see. Thank you. Goodbye. What's this?
One of the gloves which I found this morning.
You mean only one? The other is still missing?
Yes.
Very clever of the thief to leave it with me, so that it can be found here. Yes, GB sewn inside it. Very practical, so useful, so clever a thief. Say it was a clever thief. Lisa, say it was a clever thief. Go on.
I won't.
Say it, can't
Never,
you?
Never, I won't.
All right. Now, are you going to agree with me, Lisa?
No, Gustav, your gun. Well, you can shoot if you like.
I blasted well
Go on, then, shoot. And let them find 2 rounds missing.
2 rounds?
Yes.
But I fired no shot from this.
But I have.
You have?
You? Listen, Gustav, you've got to listen to me. I've got to make you understand.
Why? What's the good?
Darling, until today, and until this very moment, you've always trusted me. Can't you trust me for a few minutes longer? I can't have been everything to you for all these years, and now suddenly have become just nothing.
I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm saying. Of course I've trusted you. I've always... Well, it's just been you and me together. Now nothing matters anymore.
Doesn't the truth matter to you?
Truth? The truth has killed me.
Yesterday, when you talked of Sander and his women, you were right. He had many women. And I was one of them.
What?
He met me first, that time you talked of, when you and I were engaged. A few days later, he came to my father's shop. He asked about you. And I told him how we couldn't get married because, well, you were getting such rotten pay. And he was terribly nice and said he'd like to help us. But I mustn't tell you anything about it. He said you were too proud to accept things from him. And then he asked me to go and see him that evening.
Lisa.
He said he wanted to tell me the details of his plan.
And then?
Well, I felt so glad and happy because I was able to do something for you. And he was charming. He couldn't have been nicer. He said he'd talked to influential people and had recommended you to Heimberger.
To Heimberger?
Yes. He said not to worry, but we'd see the results soon. And then he asked if I'd grant him just one request. He wanted to take me out one evening. I remember he said that an attractive woman like me ought to be taken to nice places, to see nice things, and to be seen. Well, naturally, I was pleased. And in the end, I said yes.
And then?
He took me to the Grand Hotel. We dined there and we danced and we had lots to drink, far too much. You always made fun of me for being too respectable, and I wanted to prove to myself that I wasn't for once. And when he offered to drive me home in his big car, I let him. And then he suggested having one more drink at his house. Perhaps it was doped, but I expect I was just very drunk.
Yes.
I don't really remember much more. But I can't tell you what I've suffered since that night. The humiliation, the bitterness. And not only then, but afterwards.
You mean you've kept on going to him?
Yes. I had to, but he never touched me again. It was worse than that. If it had only been that, I might have borne it, for only I would have suffered. But first I thought it was simple. Heimberger helped you, you got a better job, the committee became interested in you, and you began to get on. Everything Sander had promised.
Then I owe everything to him.
Nearly everything.
And I thought it was my own doing. And all the time he was laughing behind my back.
Oh, Gustav.
I don't want to hear any more.
Don't you want to know the whole truth?
Oh, can't you spare me the rest?
It's got to be told, Gustav. And we mayn't have much time left. And to begin with, everything seemed all right. Then after a month or two, he sent him his first letter. Well, not through the post. They were always delivered by hand when you were out. He wrote quite kindly. Said he had a few things to talk to me about. Would I please go round and see him again?
And of course you went.
Well, how could I help myself? He was very polite and he talked about a lot of things. And then he asked me questions. What were you doing? How were you getting on? When were you going to speak at the meetings? Oh, he was very clever. But I soon saw what he was after, and I refused to answer. Well, he just laughed, and he said I would in the end. He said it would be such a pity if he had to tell you what had happened. Oh, it wasn't really a threat to me. He explained exactly what the knowledge would mean to you. He said that he'd like the answers to his questions next day at the latest.
And?
Next day, he got his answers.
So you were the informer. You. I can't believe it. I hid nothing from you. I had no secrets. And you asked me to tell you everything. You pretended you were interested, and I was glad. And it was only to hand it on to him. I must be dreaming, Lisa. Or tell me that I'm dreaming.
You're not dreaming, Gustav. I've finished now. Once I was tangled up in the net, it was hopeless. Sandra's demands became more and more insistent, and I only loved you.
Love
It
me?
was only because I loved you. Can't you imagine what it meant to a woman to love a man to distraction and to have no choice but either to deceive him or to lose him and destroy him? I went on my knees before Sandra, and I begged and implored him. He just laughed at me. Oh, how I hated myself.
And this has gone on for years.
I felt I couldn't bear it any longer. I knew when Sandra walked in the woods. I'd often met him there. And you'd forgotten your pistol. It all seemed so simple. It was the one way out. I shot him in the back of his head from quite close. He never made a sound. And I felt slightly sick and very tired and almost happy.
He died too easily.
Well, that's all. I hid his note case and the other things so as to put the police off the scent. I wore your gloves so as not to leave fingerprints. I thought it was being clever. I could have sworn I brought the gloves back with me, but I must have dropped one of them. And Gustav, I'm glad that I killed him.
So am I. But he got off too lightly. He should have been made to suffer first, a slow, torturous death. Oh, Lisa. Lisa, you've got to get away. I'll take everything on myself.
No, my darling, I'm not going.
But you can't stay here. You must go.
I killed Sandra.
You're not going to confess?
Yes.
But you mustn't. You can't, for my sake. I'm done. I'm finished. Nothing will help me.
I know. And that's why I'm staying. Gustav, my darling, we've always done everything together. I can't leave you now. I must stay and face this with you.
But Lisa, my little Lisa, I want you to go on living.
But we've all got to die sometime.
Yes, sooner or later.
Does it matter if it's a little sooner? Anyway, perhaps there's still a chance. The glove. The police may miss the clue.
It's got my initials on it.
Yes, that's true. Why the delay? Why haven't they come?
I don't know, unless Heimberger made a mistake. And yet he couldn't have. Oh, wait, what's the time?
Well,
yes, the news. The radio news will be on in a moment.
Let me stand beside you, Gustav. May I hold your hand? I love you, Gustav. Only you.
And I love you, Lisa. Oh.
This is the morning news service. The Sander murder. An important discovery was made yesterday. A glove was found near the scene of the crime, and the police consider that it has a direct connection with the case. They have every hope that the mystery will shortly be cleared up. An arrest is expected almost immediately.
Well,
The weather.
it's finished.
Easterly winds and bright skies in
It
most
shouldn't be
places.
long in coming.
But some rain or sleet is expected.
Come, dear. We are going to sleep. Lisa, my little sweetheart. I am tired. Terribly tired. Come, my darling.
I'm sorry.
No. I can't do that. Don't put up.
We have just been asked to make a further announcement regarding the Sander murder case. The owner of the leather glove which was found in the woods has now been traced. He lost the glove more than a week ago, and the police are satisfied that he had nothing to do with the crime. A program of light music will follow.
And be sure to tune in next Wednesday night at 8 and every Wednesday night for the week's finest radio entertainment brought to you for your listening pleasure by your hosts, the Brewers of Castle Lager. So until next week then, a very good night to you all. This is Castle Playhouse. From the stages and studios, producers and playwrights of the world, your hosts, the brewers of Castle Lager, bring you the week's finest radio entertainment, Castle Playhouse.
Bonaventure.
Sister Josephine, they're getting out boats and sandbags in the village. They say the great dike may come down.
Is that why your hair's down? In sympathy, Nurse Brent?
Just hark at that wind. They say the waters haven't been so high for 100 years. Oh, Sister, what'll happen if the great dike doesn't hold?
Well, all the villagers will be homeless and crowding up here on the high ground. And where we shall put them and how we shall feed them, goodness only knows.
Food's no problem to you. You're a genius. Sister Agnes said you could make a cream chicken stew out of a diabetic hippopotamus.
Sister Agnes and you have one thing in common, Nurse Brent. You talk too much. My word, this wind and rain. Oh, I pity the poor souls on the road tonight. I think we should keep the place extra warm just in case.
I believe you are expecting trouble.
Oh, now look at that. Haven't I begged you girls to keep all the old newspapers and not to crumble them like that?
But you must have thousands stored.
Yes, and 1,001 uses for them. Never discard a newspaper and never throw away a piece of string. History might have been altered many times if a piece of string or an old newspaper had been lying handy. Oh, good evening, Sister Mary.
Good evening, Sister Josephine. Good evening, Nurse Brent. Have you finished your supper?
Yes, Sister Mary.
Then will you go on duty now, please? Read the notes I've left about Mrs. Thomas. Read them carefully. We shall need your help.
Yes, Sister.
Oh, Nurse, your hair is very soft and pretty, but while you're on duty, I think I should roll it back more neatly.
Yes, Sister. Thank you, Sister.
Well, how's Mrs. Thomas?
Sonny. She sent you down 2 immaculate copies of the Times. I'm to tell you they haven't even been opened.
Oh, bless her heart. I do like the Times. The pages have such a nice, even grey effect on my shelves. None of those big, untidy headings like the Daily Express.
When you die, Sister Josephine, you will have newspaper wings. Look, I brought down that tapestry you found in the old cupboard. Such a pity. I'm afraid it's past repairing.
Oh, Sister Agnes will tackle it. Oh, are you all right? Oh, here, you better sit down. Steady now. Let me...
Oh, thank you. It's just giddiness. It's passing.
Oh, you've had no sleep for nearly 2 nights.
Yes, but people are already trickling up from the village, and there's so much to be done.
Then someone else will have to do it for once. Now, even you can't go on forever. Now, you promised me to sit here by the fire for a quarter of an hour, and then I'll take a bowl of hot onion soup to your room. Now, that'll put heart into you.
Your onion soup would put heart into a graven image.
Don't waste it, even in jest. My dear goodness knows it takes enough time and material.
Good evening, Sister Josephine. Campaigning as usual.
Oh, good evening, Doctor. Tell me, as a medical man, would you consider half an hour's rest a mortal sin?
I certainly should not.
Then try convincing Sister Bonaventure. That'll keep you busy.
Well, that means you haven't been to bed since I left, Sister Mary.
Oh, I've had all the rest I need.
You've such a Spartan idea of your own needs. You can't go on giving yourself like this. I insist you rest.
Yes, but
No,
Doctor...
that's an order.
Yes, Doctor. Thank you. But aren't you making rather a late visit?
I'm staying here ready. That dike can't possibly hold.
Apparently we coped with the same thing 60 years ago. We can do it again now.
What you mean, Sister, is that you will cope, and we shall follow. Oh, well, I'd better get busy then. Good evening, Reverend Mother.
Good evening, Doctor.
Oh, I beg your pardon, Reverend Mother.
No, don't get up, Sister. I know you're off duty. I just wanted to check with you that we're all ready for emergencies.
Yes, we've managed to clear those 2 large wards. We can put the men in one and the women and children in the other when they arrive.
Good.
They'll have to camp out for a little until we get properly organized and they can keep control themselves.
Sister Agnes is ready at the switchboard for messages. By the way, Martha Pentridge has come up. Her cottage has already gone, I'm afraid. She'll be very helpful. I expect you can find a bed for her.
Yes, of course.
And Sister Josephine tells me she's made arrangements for plenty of hot soup.
Onion soup.
Precisely, onion soup. How very happy she'll be officiating.
Life must be quite simple and uncomplicated for the Josephines of this world. Yes, you look tired. Very tired. I've been watching you for some weeks. When this weather clears, would you care to go into retreat for a little?
No, I would not. I'm sorry. If you wish to send me away...
How long have you been here? 6 years?
Nearly 7.
We've never had our hospital run so efficiently. No, I don't want to lose you. I only wonder if we haven't lost you already, spiritually.
No, it's just this restlessness, the uncertainty. If one could be sure one had done the right thing.
We all go through this conflict, you know. Even the Josephines.
Perhaps they have more balance.
Or the finer vessel needs longer in the kiln.
We're put into the world as the world is and as we are. Is it wise to leave it? To narrow ourselves into a little space?
Do we? We're a serving order, not a closed house.
I feel if it were right, there should be no question in the mind. Can we ever be sure? Are you sure?
At my age, yes. At yours? I can't think I was so certain. Believe me, I do understand. For a woman of your character and knowledge, service, and above all, humility, are not easy. You're tired, and for the moment the world seems stronger than the spirit. It'll pass. I'm sure it'll pass.
Thank you, Reverend Mother.
If you want to rest later, it can be arranged. If you're happier working, as I think you are, the work is certainly to hand. Come in. Yes, Sister Josephine.
Reverend Mother, there's a man here wanting to speak to you. They're travelling from London by car. He and a woman and a driver. They're cut off by the floodwater.
Will you bring them in, Sister? This is probably the first of the rush. Sister Josephine, be ready with your loaves and fishes.
Yes, Reverend Mother.
Good evening.
Good evening. Come in. You must be nearly drowned.
Sorry to arrive like this, madam, but travelling from London, I'm afraid the car's waterlogged.
We shall have many people coming here to the high ground tonight. Come to the fire. But I thought you had others with you.
Yes. Come in, Miss Carn.
Come in. Why, you look positively exhausted. Are you ill?
No. No, I'm not ill, thank you. If I may sit by your fire.
But certainly.
Madam, could I have a word with you in private, if you please?
Oh, do sit down. I assure you we're quite private here.
I think I ought to speak to you quite alone, madam, if you don't mind.
Oh, very well. Will you come with me?
I should take your coat off. You'll get a chill.
That would be very inconvenient, wouldn't it? Think how the calendar would be thrown out.
I'm sorry,
In fact, the whole thing is very humorous. A convent of all places. How far are we from Norwich?
About 15 miles.
15. How far are we from Denzil St. Peter?
Not more than 2 miles.
I thought so when the woman mentioned the high ground. The journey's been so confused in the dark and floodwater. So this is the convent of Our Lady of Rheims?
Yes.
I told you it was funny, didn't I?
I'm sorry, I don't understand. You must be very chilled. I can recommend this very excellent soup. Some of us think our cook has missed her vacation. Will you come to the table, or would you like it there by the fire? Oh, that wet coat. The poor child. Let me take it.
No.
Well, it is rather spoiling our chair.
And my wet shoes. Are they spoiling your hearthrug?
No, but they can't be very comfortable. Won't you take them off?
Oh, very well.
Let me do it.
No. Get up. Get up at once. Get off your knees in front of me. Oh, leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Very well. Won't you at least have some hot soup to warm you? And now I'll see if I can find you some slippers.
You're very good, sister, but don't bother. We'll be on our way to Norwich as soon as we can.
I'm afraid you won't get to Norwich tonight. It wouldn't be safe to try. The Great Dyke may give way at any time unless the men achieve a miracle of engineering.
Then we might be here for some time?
Some days, perhaps.
Isn't there a trite saying about drowning men and straws? Except that I'm not drowning. I suppose it isn't permitted to smoke in here.
Not usually, but in these circumstances...
What circumstances?
But surely...
I said what circumstances?
I meant that soon this place must be free to all, and we shan't be so strict about regulations. So if you would like to smoke... Here.
You're a good woman. My coat must be dry now. I'd like to have it.
Is that wise?
No, but I'd like to have it. It's not wet enough to harm your chair.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sister Mary. I didn't realize
Don't
you
worry,
had
Nurse
it.
Brent. Is it something you want?
I've got a copy of the local paper for Sister Josephine. I thought she was here. I hope Mrs. Jenkins in the end ward sent it because it's so nice and smooth.
Thank you very much, Nurse. And now you'd better get back to the ward or you'll have Nurse Phillips after you. How is Mrs. Thomas?
Oh, in a lovely sleep, Sister. But Nurse Phillips says she doesn't like the look of Mrs. Grimes. She thinks the baby may come tonight.
Well, you know where to find me if you want me. By the way, have you done any maternity work before, Brent?
Not practical.
Then it will be very interesting and good for you.
Dear, but
No, don't get excited. Just help Nurse Phillips and the doctor.
Yes, Sister. Thank you very much.
You arrange everything here?
I'm in charge of the hospital. We each have our own duties.
Life must be very calm and pleasant.
Yes.
Out of the world and away from temptation?
I believe that is the popular conception.
How does it really work?
In work.
No doubt you're filled with a sense of spiritual well-being. But are you happy?
Are you?
Oh,
my dear, you can trust me. Won't you tell me what is wrong?
no. Please don't ask. I can't.
Sister, the big dyke's gone. They've just sent word. They're leaving the village. Reverend Mother says to ring the warning bell. Can I do anything down here?
No, we're prepared. Yes, Sister Agnes? Yes? Ring through to Norwich and let them know. What? Well, we all know what to do. Thank you.
Miss Carn, we can't get away tonight. We shall have to telephone...
I'm afraid there's no outside communication. Sister Agnes has just told me the wires are down.
Sister Mary, can you come? The Dutch's gone and they're bringing in casualties. Why the fools didn't stop before... Sarah. Good heavens, Sarah.
Oh, now, Miss Carn.
Sarah?
Yes, that's my name. Does it mean anything to you? Think, sister. I'm Sarah Khan. 3 weeks ago I was tried and convicted for the murder of my brother. We've just come back from London from hearing the appeal. It has been dismissed.
Where shall I put this armchair, madam?
Oh, over by the stove, I think, officer, please.
Over by the stove it is. Hand you back there, ma'am. Thank you.
We've put a bed in there for Miss Khan. Can you manage with a bunk in the hall?
Yes, thank you. I'm hoping it won't be more than a few days, particularly if the telephones are repaired. Meantime, you do understand Miss Khan mustn't be left. Either one of your ladies or myself must be with her day and night.
Yes, officer. But this is Sister Mary's office, and she'll be in here most of the time she's off duty. You've no objection?
Oh, certainly not. Does anyone else come in here during the day?
Dr. Jeffries, chiefly during the morning. He's attached to our hospital.
We'll take Miss Khan inside when he comes. You see, it's rather unfortunate. Dr. Jeffries was chief witness for the prosecution.
Oh. Perhaps we can make some other arrangement.
Well, this room is the most isolated at the end of a corridor and near the long gallery for exercise.
Oh, we'll manage fine. Don't put yourselves out any more. And you must let me help in any way I can while we're here. You said there's another chair to be brought along.
Yes. In the small room off the main hall. I'll come down in a moment and show you.
Thank you, madam.
This means close contact for you. That's what you want, isn't it?
Yes.
You needn't crucify yourself.
What about her? It's pitiful. This should be the time for us to offer something, and we're helpless.
Just a moment, sister. I know our compassion is roused very strongly. But there is one other person we mustn't forget. The brother.
Of course.
It might be as well to remember that.
Sister Bonaventure. Yes, Doctor, I have them here. Ask Sister Josephine to bring you some coffee up here, and I'll do them while you wait.
Shall I put this opposite the other chair, madam?
No, here, please, officer, by the desk.
Right you are.
I especially asked for my room to be put at your disposal because I want to be in touch with Miss Khan. I may be able to bring her a little comfort, you see.
The Reverend Mother gave me to understand that.
Is there anything I ought to know?
One thing I should ask you. I hope you won't encourage the prisoner to any form of self-pity. It makes things so much harder if they're difficult.
Would you say Miss Khan was difficult?
Not more than most. And not so much as some. Of course, the worst time comes after the appeal.
And once that's turned down, there's only the Home Secretary.
I must emphatically ask you not to discuss that. It's most unwise at this stage. They all have the same idea, you see.
The same idea?
That they're not guilty.
And Miss Khan has this impression, too.
Oh, yes. Mind you, she doesn't harp on it. She's one of the quiet ones. In a way, I'm sorry.
You think the quiet ones feel it most?
They're most apt to go to pieces at the last moment.
I see. Will you be with her now until...
Yes, I shall.
Officer, apart from the prison chaplain, is she allowed to have her own religious advisor?
Yes, but she's expressed no ideas on the subject, and she doesn't regard the chaplain very kindly.
Is a Sister of Mercy allowed to be present?
Perhaps it would be better if I didn't answer any more questions.
That's a very courteous way of warning me not to ask any.
Yes, madam.
Please call me Sister. But you see, if I don't know the facts, I can't help her.
I'm afraid you'll find the approach difficult. Miss Khan isn't quite the usual run of things.
In what way?
She's an artist, and that means temperament. Did you know she was an artist?
Yes.
I was doing very well, I understand. And now, if you'll excuse me, sister, I'll go and give a hand with these dormitory partitions.
Oh, officer.
Yes, sister?
What is your own opinion of the verdict?
The jury were out. Only 15 minutes.
I'm not asking you as an official, officer.
I'd rather you didn't ask me at all. You see, there are some you feel are not the type to do it, and others, well, it's not so easy to believe.
And when all is said and done, only Almighty God knows the truth.
He and one other, sister.
One other?
The prisoner. And now, if you'll excuse me, I must go.
Martha, come in here a moment. You were Miss Khan's housekeeper, weren't you?
Ah, surely. Right from the time she came to the village to do them big wall paintings for the church, we were at the Grape House. You know, the big cottage over to Denzel's and Peter.
And did you get on with her? You never found her difficult?
Oh, up like the rocket and down like the stick. But leave her be, and she'd mind her own business, and yours too. Sweet as any bird. We were fine till Mr. Jason came along.
Mr. Jason? That was her brother.
It were all in the papers in full, sister. Pages. Didn't you read it?
No. Tell me about Mr. Jason.
Well, we'd been settled about a month, I think, and he walked in on us at breakfast one morning, all smiles and as cool as you please. And I tell you, sister, the look she gave him was like she could have struck him to stone on the spot.
He wasn't a very likeable young man.
Likeable? Vicious bad he were, and no mistake. I'd have said his death were a proper blessing if it hadn't been for poor Miss Khan.
So you think she was responsible, Martha?
I never said that, sister. And what's more, I never said it in court neither. But by the time that lawyer feller had done asking me questions, you'd have thought I'd seen her do it with my own eyes and was standing up there to tell him so. Sister, that were a terrible moment.
Giving evidence?
No, when the judge put on the black cap and spoke them words. Do you know the words, sister?
Yes, Martha, I do.
I never looked up, sister. I never looked up till I knew they'd taken her away.
You were called for the crowd, Martha. You had to answer their questions.
Well, the lawyer gentleman said only to tell them what they asked and no more. Well, there were some things they never asked, so I never told them.
Maybe there was something you should have told them.
Well, I don't suppose it were important. Just some funny words I overheard her say one night when he'd been rowing her worse than usual.
I expect you had a good memory then, Martha.
What's wrong with it now? I can hear her this minute, plain as plain. It was the word royal that struck me.
Royal?
She said, I should have thought that royal affair in Florida would have been a lesson to you. That's what she said. Sounded like he'd been playing round in higher circles than usual.
Please come in. Are these your rooms?
Yes.
And you've given them up to me? It's very comforting with the warmth and the flowers.
I'm glad you like it.
Spacious, too. One can move around. Is that the bedroom? Whom do I know here besides Martha Pentridge?
Dr. Jeffries.
Oh. Does he use this room?
Oh, occasionally. But if you'd rather...
Don't worry. I can go inside. Not having visitors for a couple of months has made me rather unsociable.
Who is it?
Jeffrey, sister.
Miss Kern.
Oh, what does it matter?
Come in, Doctor.
What about that coffee, sister? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't expect to see you here.
Obviously not. Well, now you have. Don't be uncomfortable about it.
I would have come to see you at Norwich.
Only I told you I didn't want anyone. Don't worry, there's no ill feeling. You did your best for me at the time.
Is there anything else I can do?
Whoever your church committee gets to finish off my murals, for heaven's sake, don't let them daub those angels on the left with gold leaf. It'll ruin anything. I'll wait in the other room.
So you knew her before?
I'm on the church committee. When they decided to restore those murals on the south wall, I recommended Sarat Khan because I'd seen and admired her work.
It's good, then.
Oh, first rate. She'd a picture in the academy the year before last.
What was the subject?
Rather unfortunate in the light of later events. Death of Lucretia Borgia.
So it was poison?
Yes, it was.
I don't know the details.
Then I shouldn't bother to find out, sister.
So far, I know it was poison, and the brother was difficult.
Difficult? If ever there was a rotten, corrupt swine, it was Jason Khan.
Martha seems very concerned about Miss Khan.
Just why are you so persistent?
Because I want to know. And you're the one person who can tell me.
And what good can it do if you do know?
If I'm ignorant of the facts, I may be tactless with every word I say.
Where shall I begin?
At the beginning.
Have you ever heard of David Kingham?
Kingham? Yes, wait a minute. The writer and politician. Isn't he quite a cunning man?
Not now. He was so prominent in this case and fought for her so desperately that it's bound to have prejudiced his position.
But why was he dragged into it?
He and Sarat were to have been married.
Oh.
He was away on a government mission for 6 months, and she wanted to finish the murals in our church before he returned. The trouble began when Jason turned up out of the blue and settled at the Grape House. I've told you what I think about Jason.
Yes.
He was a confirmed alcoholic.
Oh, poor man.
Poor. Sarat had kept him for years. Some weeks after he arrived, he collapsed suddenly, and, well, no wonder.
A stroke?
Yes. I'd warned him, but he was seldom sober enough to listen. He recovered his mental powers slowly, but he was partially paralyzed. Just punishment enough, except that Sarat took the strain.
Couldn't he have been put into an institution?
An inebriate's home? Yes, but these things take time. And one day Sarat called me into the dining room and asked me frankly just how long he'd live. Martha was in the room at the time. She remembers the conversation.
Oh, the tragic thing is that these people drag on for years.
Or, as I told her, die quietly in their sleep. She said she was desperate. Her work was suffering, and she had written to Kingham postponing her marriage.
But why do that?
Well, she rightly felt she couldn't saddle him with the responsibility of Jason. Of course, Kingham would have helped her, but she's very proud.
Yes, so I've been told.
I promised I'd try and arrange an institution, but I warned her such a life might affect Jason's sanity. I remember so well what she said.
Yes?
She said, while he's well, he's on my hands, and while he's ill, he's on my conscience.
So Sarat was trying to finish a highly skilled piece of creative work and arrange her marriage. In the background, a helpless brother was making her days and nights utter misery.
That's a pretty comprehensive grasp of the situation, sister.
Yes.
Except that I was able to ease the nights. We kept him under drugs. It was the only way to bring relief to either of them.
No night nurse?
Oh, not necessary. The day nurse left at 6. At 8, Sarat gave him the drug, 1 tablet each night. Oh, no need for details. It was a narcotic, of course, one of the barbiturates, put up in tablet form. A 3-week supply was ordered at a time. That is, 21 tablets, packed singly in a small glass vial.
Where did they come from?
Every 3 weeks I collected these 21 tablets from Abel Harmer, the village chemist. We checked the number into the file, sealed it, and I delivered it to Sarat personally. I warned her not to give him more than 1 tablet in 24 hours.
I begin to understand.
At the end of November, I went to Norwich for 3 weeks' vacation. I delivered the usual file the day I left.
21 tablets?
Yes. 4 days later, Dr. Giles, my locum, telephoned me to say Jason had been found dead that morning. Will it shock you if I admit my first reaction was one of overwhelming relief?
I think I might have felt the same.
Until Giles told me that from the evidence of vomiting and so on, he suspected an overdose of the drug. So we checked the tablets in the file. Now, listen carefully. 21 tablets, 1 a night for 4 nights. How many left?
4 from 21, 17.
There were 17 tablets in the file.
But I don't see how...
Neither Giles nor I could understand it either. So I took it on myself to get those 17 tablets analyzed.
And they found?
15 were correct. The remaining 2 were harmless aspirins. The police found a half-empty bottle of aspirin in Sarah's room.
And Jason had 3 sleeping tablets that night.
Exactly. Now do you see why I don't want to be reminded of it all?
But couldn't Jason have taken them himself? Committed suicide and arranged things
He
to
was
look at...
paralyzed.
Oh, yes, of course.
And as I told you, Martha had been in and out of the room that time Sarah spoke to me. At the inquest, they got that damning conversation out of her practically word for word.
Oh, but, Doctor, this doesn't make sense. Miss Khan's a highly intelligent woman. She would have known you'd suspect an overdose and analyze the file.
Sister, if you had no medical knowledge and gave someone an overdose of a narcotic, how would you expect them to die?
I don't know, I suppose. Quietly in their sleep.
And I told her he might die that way.
Yes, you did. I forgot that.
The prosecution didn't, I assure you. In fact, the defense wanted her to admit to a mercy killing, but she flatly refused. Well, I must be off. I shall be around somewhere if you want me.
This is a nice piece of tapestry. What's wrong?
Age, unfortunately. We discovered it hidden away some weeks ago. Sister Agnes is going to try and repair it, but I'm afraid it's beyond her.
If she's a good needlewoman, I don't see why.
Well, the design is lost.
How do you mean? Oh, I see. The pattern doesn't recur. Oh, what a pity. It's magnificently done. Look at the exquisite stitches.
Reverend Mother wanted it restored for the chapel, but we couldn't do it unless Sister Agnes had something to work from. What we need is an artist.
No, sister. There isn't time.
Would it take so long?
No, sister.
A piece of plain canvas to back the missing strip, with the design outlined, even roughly.
I'd need materials, colors.
I'm sure we could supply most of them.
Oh, no, sister, I can't. Besides, it would have to be on a proper frame.
We might even have that. Sister Agnes teaches needlework. And think what we'd have to remember you by.
Remember me. That would be wonderful. Every time anyone looked at it, and on the chapel wall of all places, what would they say? See that embroidery? Do you know who designed it? Sarat Khan, the murderer.
Sarat Khan, the artist. Because it might be there for generations. And only the beauty would be remembered.
Well, all right. Have you a pencil and paper? I know. I'll spread it on the beds next door. It'll be easier.
Is that you, Sister Josephine? I need your help. I've been talking to Miss Khan. I want every possible detail of the trial. Somewhere there's a link, a little flaw. That's why I need you. Yes, those piles of newspapers you're always hoarding. Find me every scrap dated January. Particularly the local paper. Yes, I know you may have used them, but please go and look, Sister Josephine. I want every paper which has anything at all to do with the trial. I don't know, Sister Josephine. I've been reading these papers all day, and the evidence is so damning it frightens me. How did Jason take those 2 extra tablets? Could they not have been put in his food? No, that was established from the first. Sarat has never denied giving him the usual dose at 8 o'clock. Remember, he couldn't have reached the file himself, and Sarat was alone with him all that night. Yes. Read this press report. It's the counsel for defense. Huh? Members of the jury, you're asked by the prosecution to accept the fact that this woman deliberately and with malice aforethought administered an overdose of tablets. Yet, having laid careful plans, the accused neglects the simple, I might say elementary, precaution of acquainting herself with the symptoms of such an overdose. You are asked to believe this extraordinary oversight on the part of an extraordinarily intelligent woman. I submit to you that the idea is preposterous. Now that's a man of sense. And this is the prosecution. My learned friend has pointed out what he calls an extraordinary oversight on the part of an intelligent woman. That he has previously admitted the prisoner to be of a passionate and artistic temperament. Be that as it may, these are things of emotion. The prosecution is concerned with plain facts, and the plain facts are these. Sarat Khan had every reason to desire her brother's death. She had the means to hand. And from the time the undoubtedly fatal dose was administered at 8 o'clock, no one visited the house until the arrival of Martha Pentridge next morning. Another man of sense, sister.
And you think you're going to beat them both?
The impossible takes a wee while longer.
Sister, what's it going to do to you if you fail?
I daren't fail. Never in my whole religious life have I needed a sign from heaven more desperately than I do now. I daren't fail.
Hello, Sister Josephine. My word, there's a gale up on that tower. Oh, I didn't realize you were such a height.
Oh, I've not been up there for years. What's the view like these days?
A waste of waters, nothing else for miles. Looks very desolate, and yet it's beautiful.
Worst floods in living memory, I should think.
Well, so they say. Well, I can't stand here blethering with some kind of meal to conjure out of the thin air. Sister Bonaventure, I'm a little worried about your preoccupation with Miss Khan.
Yes, Reverend Mother?
I've always known you held certain strong convictions about her. Your views do credit to your sympathy and imagination, and I wouldn't for a second decry them. But there are times when all the compassion of the world is powerless. You know everything possible has been done in scrupulous fairness.
I cannot agree.
So you place yourself above the highest legal wisdom.
Which is secular in approach and reasoning.
I see. You feel you're in some manner blessed in your reasoning?
I wouldn't presume so far as that. I only know that never in my whole life have I been filled with such strong, such complete conviction.
Then you must destroy it.
How?
I can only suggest by faith and prayer. Remember, the whole foundation of our training is to accept.
I will not believe this is divine intention. If it should be, then I have no use for such a doctrine.
Sister Mary, you cannot make that kind of bargain. Let me see those records of the trial you have in your desk.
You know about them?
I know about them. Why are you so proud and so obstinate? You're privileged to handle many lives, but you're not permitted to pass judgment.
So you think Miss Khan was responsible?
I think there is nothing we can do to save Miss Khan. But I know I must try to save you from yourself. Here, throw them into the fire.
Oh, no. It's her life. Reverend Mother, her life may be there.
It is the best way, sister.
Please, I beg of you. Don't ask me.
As your personal superior, I order you.
I can't.
We have heard a great deal about discipline, sister. But ours is a discipline of the spirit. If you won't, I must. Try to forgive me.
Sister Agnes is getting most enthusiastic about starting the embroidery.
I should like to see it complete. I've not finished my part yet.
Oh, you will. How quick and sure your strokes are. Must be wonderful to be creative.
Sometimes it's dreadful. Things just won't work out. And sometimes everything goes perfectly and you feel wonderful.
The newspaper report said you sketched every day throughout the trial.
I must have drawn everything in sight. The judge, counsel, even the ushers. The trouble was, they all kept getting the same face.
Whose?
My brother Jason's.
Was he so very bad?
He had an odd, perverted streak of mental cruelty which drove him too far. Oh, poor Jason. He had some grim interludes.
Such as the royal case in Florida?
Who on earth told you about that? No one knew.
Martha overheard you talking. The word stuck in her mind.
Martha?
Would it distress you to tell me?
No. About 8 years ago, I was working on a commission in Florida. Jason followed me, as usual. He got mixed up with a girl called B. Royal. A solitary, intense fool, heaven help her. When he let her down, as he always lets everyone down, she gassed herself.
And was there trouble afterwards?
Jason didn't even appear at the inquest. She wrote him a pathetic, raving letter. But she also sent one to the coroner, saying that she made no charges against anyone, but that the person concerned would be haunted by his conscience for the rest of his life. She didn't know Jason. I wouldn't have known much about it myself, but she sent me a letter too.
Oh, why you?
She seemed to think we were of one blood and therefore one character. Actually, I only met her twice. But a man of his temperament, Jason knew how to be discreet. Oh, let's talk about something else, shall we? What are you making?
Well, it's a christening robe for the Grimes baby. Poor Mrs. Grimes is so bewildered at having a boy that she hasn't the slightest idea of what to call him. Any suggestions?
Well, personally, I prefer plain names. John or Charles would be nice. What's your choice?
I rather like David.
David. You've been asked to approach me, haven't you?
Yes.
And how do you feel about it?
Well, I'm divided between my desire to help you and my equally strong opinion that it's your own personal business.
Oh, I wish I'd had you to talk to in the beginning.
Talk to me now, Sad. Why won't you see him or write to him?
Haven't I done enough? His career's spoiled, probably the rest of his life affected, just because he knew me.
I'm sure he doesn't see it in that way. If you met once more...
Oh, no, I couldn't bear it.
But if he wishes...
I can't help that. Don't you understand? Can't you realize that if I saw him again, spoke to him, I should go up like straw?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was wrong to speak of it.
Darn, I smudged it. That's what comes of talking while you work. Pass me that rag, will you, sister?
Sarah?
Oh, it's best like this, sister. Please don't try and persuade me otherwise.
If you must torment yourself, need you do it to him also?
He'll forget. Men do.
Yes, they do. But women go on remembering.
I hope he won't forget everything. I suppose everyone imagines her own love affair to be the most wonderful thing that ever happened. I know mine was. We were so mentally complete. Our minds struck sparks. I've been lucky to get this peaceful interval. I've had vastly different surroundings. I've completed a piece of work which I think is good. I've known you. And believe me, that means a great deal.
Thank you.
I've never been religious.
You mean you've never troubled about the accepted forms?
I don't want them now. If this has to happen, why can't they just be businesslike and get it over? Oh, I must get on.
Your hands are shaking. You can't possibly work. Officer?
Yes, sister?
Miss Khan isn't well. With your permission, I'm going to ask Dr. Jeffries to give her a sedative.
Would you like me to go and find him?
If you'd be so kind. I expect he's in his room.
All right, sister.
Sister, I had to come. Have you heard the news?
What news?
The water's going down. She's going back. They think that's in 3 hours.
Oh.
Sorry to fetch you down like this, Doctor.
Oh, it's all right. I'm only surprised she hasn't broken down before.
Has she broken down?
No, she has more courage than we have, and in her own way, more faith.
What we ought to do is put her right out for 24 hours. She insists on finishing that confounded painting. Oh, bother, I'm out of phenobarbital. Got any in your cupboard, sister?
Yes, Doctor.
Bring it to me in the bedroom, will you, please?
Oh, an empty bottle's a dreary sight at any time, especially in a doctor's bag.
Yeah, put this full one in his bag if we can spare it. I'll take this one into him.
My goodness, the clutter the man carries about with him. Oh, it's a good thing I don't carry the tools of my trade. A fine sight I'd look with a couple of saucepans and the iron-bottomed frying pan.
You can't resist tidying people up, can you? Oh, now this gauze has got paint on it, sister.
Oh, mercy, now what have I dropped? What on earth is... What's the matter?
It's a cutting from my file. Quickly, put everything back. Wait, give me a newspaper. On the window seat. Hurry.
What's it doing in his bag?
I don't know. Wait a minute. He asked me for that gauze yesterday. The cuttings were on my desk when he folded it.
Yes, he carved that one off and put it in the bag by accident.
I suppose so. And yet I had all the cuttings on a spring clip. I remember I was at the cupboard. Martha came in and looked up. He was standing here with the file in his hand, fiddling with the clip. He could have taken it off.
Not by chance. He'd need to do more than fiddle.
Then he meant to take it.
Perhaps it's not one of yours.
Yes, it is. Look, there's the mark of the clip.
Oh, yes.
It fits the dents exactly. Sister Josephine, just what does this mean?
He didn't want you to study that one too closely. Now, which one is it?
It's the report of his cross-examination. All my cuttings were burnt, or so I thought. There was nothing I could do but resign myself. And now, by some utterly unlooked-for incident, this is returned to me. Perhaps I've been working in the wrong direction. Perhaps this is an indication of the right one.
But surely he's done everything to help Sarat. And when it all happened, he was in Norwich.
I want to think, sister. Let me read this through thoroughly. I may be wrong, but I feel as though... Sister Josephine, I must have been very stupid.
The water's still pretty high. Think we shall get into that launch without a ducking, officer?
I told them to try around where the main gate would be. Then we can more or less step down from the cloisters.
I hope you're right.
Now that design is finished, I feel strange with no brush or pencil.
Well, what about giving me a hand with this lace? I'm trying to cut out some rather intricate pieces from this cloth to put into Baby Grimes' christening gown.
No, I think that the delicate fabrics are best left to you. Canvas is more my line.
Didn't someone once say, all the human passions are on a canvas?
One doesn't imagine human passions quite so flat and abstract.
No, considering the havoc they make of our lives.
That's a fallacious argument. Not all people are subject to excessive feeling.
Surely it's in all of us to feel deeply. If not from choice, then from Force of circumstance.
In which case it becomes a simple matter of self-control.
Except that the basic human passions are in the mind, and that is not simple. You know, we come in contact with much that is strange and disturbing. I myself was once shown most vividly just how far jealousy and frustration could go.
Tell us about it.
Oh, it's the oldest story in the world. Love of a man for a woman.
A good woman, I hope?
At the worst, a weak one. Through the influence of another man, she died. And the first man, who must have loved her very dearly, allowed his grief and bitterness to drive him beyond normal control.
He killed himself?
He killed the other man.
And then the law killed him, legally. Well, well, how just and merciful.
It has an unusual ending. You see, the law didn't know.
You mean he got away with it? He must have been clever.
He planned so carefully, detail by detail. I think he'd forgotten everything but his obsession for revenge.
Sister. Oh, you've cut yourself. Quick.
Oh, it's only a scratch. Have you some plaster in your case, Doctor?
Yes, of course.
It's a nasty, deep cut.
Let me see. Oh, no, nothing very much. I'll just cover it.
Isn't this the plaster? Oh, chemist's sealing tape. Abel Harmer. Harmer? That's the chemist in the village, isn't it? The one who made up the prescription for Miss Khan's brother.
Yes. Keep your hand still, sister.
I think you told me you collected the tablets once every 3 weeks, checked them with Harmer, and took them to Miss Khan.
You're not being very kind or tactful to mention it, are you? Pass me the scissors, please.
If you mean on my account, I'm past caring. Why do you ask, sister?
Because I know how careful one must be with drugs. A 5-grain barbiturate tablet may bear a fatal resemblance to a 5-grain tablet of aspirin.
There you are.
Thank you, Doctor. That's comfortable. I use the word fatal advisedly.
Officer, I think we should ask Sister to stop this discussion. Or as a medical man, I can't answer for Miss Khan's reactions.
My reaction at the moment is avid curiosity.
I wish you'd been a little more curious about that last file of tablets. It's just possible that one, the fourth, may have been a fraction larger than the others.
Sister, you're talking absolute nonsense. I'm going upstairs.
There's really nothing to be gained by all this, sister.
Why should that fourth tablet have been larger?
Because I think it contained the equivalent of 3 ordinary doses. In other words, the necessary overdose could have been put into 1 tablet. You see? 3 in 1. The tablets were packed singly in a glass vial. According to its position, the overdose would be given on a certain day during 21 days. 21 days during which the person who had prepared that overdose could be any distance away.
Oh, officer, for heaven's sake, do we have to...
Sarah, who first brought you down to Denzil, St. Peter?
The murals for the church. Dr. Jeffries.
Who prescribed those tablets and delivered them to you?
Dr. Jeffries.
Who actually suggested those tablets should be analyzed?
Doctor.
I won't stand by and listen to this.
Sister, one moment. Are you making definite accusations against Dr. Jeffries?
I'm asking you to place certain information in the proper quarter for consideration.
But this...
Please, sir. Sister, will you be specific?
I would like to suggest Dr. Jeffries brought Miss Khan here, knowing her brother would follow. Jason's high blood pressure and lack of self-control would make it easy for anyone with medical knowledge to induce a stroke. I myself am not altogether ignorant of certain drugs.
I warn you to be careful.
I further suggest Dr. Jeffries collected that last phial of tablets, emptied it, and refilled it so that the last 2 tablets were aspirins, and the 4th the prepared one. He then resealed the phial with Harmer's tape, delivered it, and went to Norwich, knowing exactly when the prepared tablet would be given.
By me?
By you.
Oh,
This is purely supposition, sister. But you better make a statement in writing, and I'll take it with me.
I will. Meanwhile, Miss Khan is entitled to see her solicitor at once.
This whole thing, it's fantastic.
I'm inclined to agree with you, sir, but in a capital charge, the merest indication of doubt must be properly investigated. You do see that?
Oh, of course, of course. I'll talk to the governor. He'll quite understand Sister Mary has allowed the emotional circumstances to carry her away.
I think it only fair to warn you that I'm not entirely relying on supposition or emotional circumstances. You may know I made a collection of cuttings about the trial. They were burnt. Sometime afterwards, by chance, I found one. This one. I knew it for one of mine because of the clip marks. It must have been taken from my file deliberately.
It's the report of Dr. Jeffries' evidence. Where did you find it?
In Dr. Jeffries' bag.
Was it in your bag, sir?
If so, she put it there. Officer, surely you understand. This solitary life, they get strange fancies. We know Sister's taken this business.
Just leave it to me, sir. We'll straighten things out much quicker.
If you look in the bag, you'll find a cutting I substituted wrapped up in some gauze. It's cut in the middle of 2 columns and makes no sense at all.
Well, let's see, shall we? You mind, sir?
But you just said she put it there.
Yes, you're quite right, sister. But that doesn't prove much, does it?
Not by itself. You might take out that little roll of sealing tape with Harmer's name on it.
That doesn't prove anything either.
And the other cutting.
Why do you suppose it was taken from your file?
So that I shouldn't study the biographical details too closely. And note 2 significant facts.
Well?
First, that about 8 years ago you visited America.
And what's so strange about America?
There's a state there called Florida. Will you ask Miss Kahn what that conveys to her?
Well, Miss Kahn?
My brother... About 8 years ago, my brother was responsible for the death of a girl there.
What was her name?
She called herself V. Royal.
You knew her, I think, Doctor.
I've never heard of her. I've not the least idea what you're talking about.
The second fact in the cutting told me you were once very prominent in your profession, that you are the author of a standard textbook on congenital disease.
I don't see what bearing my literary achievements
I
have on...
thought that a man of your former distinction might be mentioned in some book of reference.
Sister.
You'll find an entry under Dr. Jeffrey's name in this book. The place is marked. Please read anything relevant.
Leslie Jordan Jeffreys, MD, FRCP, FRCS, Cambridge and London, born 1900...
Oh, this is ridiculous. A cutting which doesn't mean a thing, and the fact that 8 years ago in America some hysterical redhead killed us.
How did you know she had red hair?
Well, you said so.
I didn't mention it. I didn't know.
1934, married Beatrice Royal.
Was she your wife?
Yes, till your brother came into her life.
I must warn you, sir, don't say any more.
She'd been restless for some years. I was absorbed in my work. I didn't realize. She took a holiday alone.
Now look here, sir, I warn you.
I didn't know she used her maiden name then. She wrote me a bitter letter about you both. When I received it, she'd been dead some time. I went out and checked. I've watched you two. I've watched and planned for 8 years. I was always too ambitious. I should have been content to let Jason suffer, knowing I could let him linger or snuff him out, just as I wished.
Oh, don't.
You were responsible for your own part, Sarah. That day you appealed to me, those damaging remarks you made with Martha passing in and out. I remember wondering just how soon it would be all round the village. And then I saw the whole thing vividly, because while you talked, you were turning an ordinary bottle of aspirin over and over in your hand.
But why me? Wasn't it sufficient that Jason should suffer?
Perhaps. But after all, Sarah, you won't hang, and neither shall I.
Jeffreys, come back here. Jeffreys! He's making for the tower. He's going to kill himself. Jeffreys! Jeffreys!
It's all over now. He's dead.
Oh, Sister Mary.
The good Lord has given you back your life. And he has given you something else, hasn't he? A priceless gift, Sad. The gift of compassion. Magnificat anima mea dominum. Et exaltavit spiritus meus in Deo salutari mea.
Be sure to tune in next Wednesday night at 8 and every Wednesday night for the week's finest radio entertainment brought to you for your listening pleasure by your hosts, the Brewers of Castle Lager. So until next week then, a very good night to you all.